All right, welcome back, everyone. Game 3 about to start. Zeb needs to sit in his chair so he's ready to go. We got game 3 coming of the third place match between Osse and Zeb. First two matches. First one, pretty dominant win for Osse. But the second one, really, really close. Zeb pulling it out and bringing us a game 3. Um, I'm Tracy M. With me again is Raylan Tankier. Raylan, what should we look for in game 3?
Well, if the two previous seeds are anything to go by for, probably early ice, early wave beam, but no charge to be found, and two excellent runners putting on a great show.
Yeah, I'm calling for a charge in the first two items. So hopefully we can break this chargeless run we have. And just a quick announcement. Keep reminding us that this is the third place match. It does matter. The final tally for cash. The third place will get $123. Fourth will get $41. So quite a big difference between who gets third and who gets fourth. Definitely happy to see both of these guys land in the money, though. So couldn't happen to two better players.
Right, the situation as it is means those two prior races pretty much didn't mean anything. It all comes down to this one.
Yep.
So they had both two warm-ups to do. And let's see what we are having now. And third times.
Another morph ball.
Yep. Exactly where it's supposed to be. But I think pretty much everything else from here won't be how it is in the vanilla game. Again?
I believe every seed Zeb has checked this ammo item first, and Osse's gone for the ceiling. And just a reserve tank in the ceiling. Could have skipped that. Early on, though, you know, when you don't know what hell run situations you're going to be put into, I think it's good to pick it up. And we're going to get double missiles for the start, which means Bomb Chorizo is going to have something for us.
Yep.
Because we don't have supers to go, won't have supers to go to the right, and we don't have bombs of any sort to go to the left. Or anything to break blocks. So Bomb Chorizo will have bombs, speed booster, or screw attack. So a very sparse start for the runners.
We had this kind of situation in the first seed also, where we had a speed booster. Let's see what we have now. I kind of hope for a screw attack to change things up.
Yeah, screw attack's a nice item. Speed would be the most useful item, although bombs keeping us from those soft locks also really nice. So just a little bit ahead as we enter the climb. See what the item is in just a second.
We do have vanilla bombs.
So this is interesting. The runners could do gauntlet with these bombs. We are going to get a Bomb Chorizo fight because we have bombs and we're in Bomb Chorizo's room. This fight activates anytime you have bombs in here. It also means they could just go check those transitions down past Terminator. Bomb Gauntlet, though, is very difficult, and both runners are capable of doing it, but no E-tanks, just some health in the reserves. I could definitely see either one of them choosing not to do it, but looks like Osse is going to go for it. We'll see what Zeb chooses to do. Now, Zeb says nope. He's going to take 230 missiles, though. I think that's a really smart thing to do.
So Interesting point that could happen here. If Zeb finds power bombs, Zeb could theoretically decide to go down, but no, just another missiles.
Worst possible. I mean, even if this was just supers, that could definitely give him an advantage. We'll see if he now decides to go check, do this check. For that matter, supers makes this check easier because you can super the yapping maws, make it a little bit safer. Zeb's just saying no. Like, nope, not doing this, not doing Bomb Gauntlet. I don't blame him. I wouldn't do Bomb Gauntlet either, not with this low health. Might consider it with that E-Tank, but still. If you're Osse, you almost hope this is just an E-Tank. And that way you get that nice refill, and he will.
Yes.
Because you're doing this just as much for the ammo items in the back as you are for the item here in the front. And our first transition takes us to Main Street Meridia. Nowhere we want to be right now. And that second transition, where is that going to take us? Ooh.
Nope.
Yeah, not going to want to do that either. Not on just the one tank. That looks like Croc. Looks like he is going to go for it. So that's going to be a nice advantage for Osse having the extra E-Tank there, but Zeb getting a nice head start, getting there in the first place.
Yep.
And let's see what we have back here. We have missiles and missiles. Oh my. I did not expect that. I expected at least one of those minor items to be a not missile, and neither one. So the game is basically saying this hell run is required with 2+1. It's not going to be for any of the items except possibly the minor item that's at Bubble Mountain.
Which is
just missiles. A missile. Wow. Okay. Game. You put missiles. You put other ammo items in, right? So which transition is it? I mean, we can get to the single chamber transition, and we can get to the chronic boost transition. Or, you know, as Chad is pointing out, Meridia map could be a thing. I'd want to take a save before checking that, but
I might not think Zeb's actually going to head in that direction.
Yeah, it looks like he may do that. Yeah, it looks like he's going to do exactly that. Oh no, he's gonna go gauntlet now. Oh, poor Zeb. Oh, that nice time save he could have had by skipping. I don't blame him for doing this. He's probably sure this is gonna be ammo, and we were sure that there was gonna be something ammo. It could have either been supers or missiles, and it was not. What I could see Osse doing if well, he's got 2+1, so we know he can get to some of these items with this amount of health, because we've seen him do it. In game 1, he found a gravity suit sitting in speed booster. Of course, he had a speed booster, but he only had 2. He had what? 1 tank? Yeah, he had 1 tank, and wasn't able to get out, so he managed to find an energy tank at the reserve tank location, and then was able to get out with it. And there's a power bomb. Oh my. Okay, I don't know if that's the intended power bomb, because like the hell runs typically it's 4 here, but I don't know what the number is for that minor item. It might be different. It's just literally never come up before. And I don't think, I don't think I would ever have wanted an E-Tank more than exactly this spot.
Yeah, means Osse gets to keep those power bombs, and he really, really wants to have them.
Yeah, and now he's got the typical 4 tanks that will would put this in logic, except that E-tank's not a logical E-tank.
So
Zeb gets
in
that
that,
E-tank. Yeah, Zeb is probably not too upset to see the E-tank, but he's not going to be happy with the ammo items in the back, because, oh my.
so in Zeb's position, are you already in the mood for maybe taking desperate gamble here and go all the way down to Old Mother Brain?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those bombs could open that up. It does open that up, but that's so far out of the way. I didn't even think of that.
It's not something you would go for, but in the position that Zeb skipped Gauntlet, then came back here, and there's nothing here when you can maybe expect Osse to have made that play in the first place. There is that one check that is on logic that Osse most likely won't have done, because who would do it? No.
Now it looks like he's gonna go either back for the Hell Runs or go for the Meridia transition.
Just take the Meridius is probably...
I would like this better if... Did he take a save at the ship? He must have taken a save at the ship.
I'm pretty sure he did.
So a reset would just put him back there. Osse also gonna essentially do the same thing here with this transition. It's gonna check Crab Supers. Not in logic, but you can get it. It is a power bomb. So he's gonna take it. And I think Osse may just go follow the same path that Zeb is following, because he can do that from the bottom. And it just gets you the top of Red Tower, which is not terrible. Actually, we haven't seen Red Tower yet, have we? So that's not a bad location at all to find.
And now we're at high jump.
The hard part for Zeb is still only with those missiles. Can at least check high jump, though. High jump maybe has our intended first.
Yeah, I think at this point this is how the logic wanted you to go. And there's some supers.
Yeah, and Osse doesn't have any missiles, so he can't go the direction that Zeb went. Looks like he's gonna farm for them, though. We'll get a nice energy refill, too, out of that, though. 4 missiles not gonna do it. He's gonna have to go farm again. An X-ray scope? Ooh, not what we're looking for.
So maybe that wasn't really what we were supposed to do, but...
I don't know what Osse's doing. Maybe he's gonna go down. He could check Old Mother Brain and check the transition.
Yeah. He has power bombs, so in Osse's case, it does make a little bit more sense.
Yep.
Would also fit into Osse's playstyle of getting as much information as possible on transitions.
Yes, it would. Zeb gonna check Ice Beam. It's also possible maybe he just decided, you know what, if I take a ship refill and this is nothing, and I have to reset, I have a better save point. Let's see what he does. And let's see what this item is. Oh, this is interesting. He's gonna bomb jump up to the minor ammo here. Something you sometimes see in SMZ3, but you don't see this a whole lot in SM only. But this could be a super pack.
Just the missiles.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. Zeb still without power bombs, has to leave.
But cannot check this transition here, thanks to the supers.
Yep. Osse gonna check 230 missiles, a little faster with power bombs than with just bombs.
Zeb has found the way up to Green Brinstar.
Yeah, this is a big moment. Still no power bombs. He's only gonna have 2 chances. Yeah, 2 chances to get them. Although he is gonna check the transition the other way first. Osse getting the nice mock ball out of 230 missiles.
Just going down.
So another red tower transition. And just missiles. Wow. I wonder if Osse will check Billy Mays with these power bombs.
At this point, you're going down there for the transition anyway, and there are 2 more miners there. You do want some supers.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Can see it.
Might depend on what the other direction gives him. There's some more supers for Zeb. And a screw attack.
Screw attack. So both runners barely miss or urgently seeking for a miner the other one has.
I know, right?
Only find the thing they have for now.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, where each runner is looking for a different miner. Oh, Zeb gonna check the back of Spore Spawn. Which you can do with a combination of supers and double missiles at Billy Mays. Oh my god.
Oh,
I mean, at least Zeb's getting super missiles. You know, he's got 15 now, which is a good start.
Yeah.
And Osse just said no to those missiles.
You can't blame him. He really doesn't need them right now. And just the missiles here.
So Zeb can't go any further here because... oh no, he can because he's got regular bombs.
Missiles.
And just missiles, wow. So, but he can't check Edacoons. So he's got to hope for some power bombs over at the early supers area. Now there's 4 miners there, so there's a real good chance.
That's great.
Interesting. And Osse can do this if it's a Fantoon or a Kraid fight.
More importantly, he has 1 more miner to check here. And of course, it's not supers.
Still regular. Oh my god. Phaser for
more
Zeb.
supers. Why would Zeb find power bombs? He finds all the supers.
Yeah, and Osse's still looking for his supers. Not gonna get a standard Kraid quick kill here though.
No. No supers available for Osse.
And that's a Ridley.
Yeah.
And that's a reset. Oh, I think he's just gonna take a death. I think he's a little bit faster.
If Ridley would be nice. Thank you.
Pretty certain his last shave was at the ship, but he hasn't. All he's gotten since then is regular missiles. So it's a good bit of knowledge for Osse to know that that's where Ridley is and that's where Kraid's lair is. Might be a while before Zeb finds that, but Zeb definitely ahead in that he's managed to find supers and managed to find green hills. On the other hand, Zeb still needs power bombs.
This is silly.
Because I think Osse is just going to go now follow to where Zeb is. And yeah, Zeb's going to have to backtrack to get to those power bombs. So slight advantage Osse. And when I say slight, I mean very, very, very slight.
I don't know. I feel like how this is layout, this will favor Osse quite a bit.
One big factor is going to be what is the Edacoon's item. Osse's going to be able to check it.
Yeah.
And if it's a big item, I don't know when Zeb comes back here, except for on his way to Lower Norfair. By the way, I have no idea what the seed actually wanted at this point.
Do you think Zeb is more on that path than Osse is? But I have no idea in the first place, so...
Yeah, interesting. I feel it looks like Zeb has the same number of E-tanks as he had before, so the hell runs haven't gotten any better. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is just crazy. So Osse's finally gonna get his first super missiles. And this is a bad spot for Zeb. He needs these transitions to take him somewhere because he can't go back down. Okay, oh, it's right, yeah. Oh, he got there from here, so he's fine. It's when you climb Red Tower, you gotta be careful.
I'm going to the bottom of Red Tower now.
Yeah, and chat debating on whether those power bombs that Osse found first are the logical ones, and I just don't know. Because the logic doesn't take that you typically is looked at doesn't really take that spot into account. Usually it'd be 4. It'd be 4 to get to the wave beam item. Okay, there's a 4th E-tank for Osse. And Zeb's gonna be able to get this item here. At Spazer. And it's Spring Ball, which, you know, when we have no movement items, that can be useful.
Yeah.
Oh, Osse doesn't get the ice escape. Let's see if Zeb is... Zeb... Yeah, can't do early X-ray without power bombs. I was about to say, we'll see if he does the early X-ray, because he's done it every time, but no,
Yeah.
not doing it without... And he finds Moat, and it's still a missile.
Oh boy. I really feel for Zeb here. This has to be nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah. Power bomb searches are the worst. This is absolutely nerve-wracking.
What Aster has found the goods.
Osse picks up his screw attack. Ah, there we go. Here's a transition that
And what do you know?
God.
You can see it.
He can go to Phantoon's location though, so like with the bombs, you know.
Yeah.
It's almost worse that the fact that it was bombs that the game gave them. It's almost worse because it gates you faster without bombs. So those power bombs are going to show up sooner. Oh, hello, charge beam.
What's
Wait,
that?
Zeb didn't do this because he didn't have power bombs. Oh no, Zeb. Oh, that's so painful. He might not get those, and that could be a huge factor in the rest of this race.
I mean, with how this is going for Zeb, does he really need charge? And finally finds...
There we go, and those might actually be the logical first power bombs.
Oh.
That is crazy.
So Zeb taking the save here.
Yeah, oh yeah, because...
Getting a peek at the boss.
And he doesn't know that it can't be Ridley.
would Zeb be able to get out of Dragon? The springball?
I think you need... It's a double springball jump with high jump. I don't think you're doing that without high jump. And I'm pretty certain there's no such thing as a triple springball jump. And it's Dragon. That's a shame. That would have been really nice for him if he could have found a boss that he could have killed.
If it were Fintoon, this would have been maybe what he needed. Would have been able to clear the ship and get some mages.
Fintoon would have been especially nice.
Yeah, if there was a suit in there, that would have made rests easier.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Okay, so it was just an E-Tank, I think, at Edekun's. So it's only the charge beam that Zeb's missing, so not a suit that he's missing out of the Green Hills area, but the Green Brinstar, Pink Brinstar area. But that charge beam could be pretty significant.
Yeah.
But we could maybe say Zeb wins because he found the actual intended first power bomb pack. Because I'm pretty certain that was the actual intended first power bomb pack and not the one that Osse picked up.
Which really is... I mean, the first two seats were something, but this is something else.
Yeah, it really is.
Make a nice use of that springball there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that springball jump to get across. And now we're going to see the early X-ray check from Zeb. Empties most of his reserves. Doesn't quite want to empty all of them. Yeah, so he has a little bit to spare. All right, does it? No problem. And it's gravity suit. Oh, that's big. Against a lot of opponents, that would be huge. I'd fully expect Osse to go for that when he gets over there. And actually, with Osse's E-Tank count is actually in logic for him because he's got those bombs. 6 E-Tanks will put X-ray in logic with it, any number of items. If you have no suit, it only takes 2 tanks with Varia. One of those items being bombs, the other items being spring ball. Speed plus high jump would do it, and ice beam. Cat asking who's ahead now. I don't know.
It depends pretty much on what Osse is doing, but I still think Osse is in a pretty commanding lead, provided he gets to gravity soon, which I expect more or less to happen in the next minutes. Because this transition is no good. And after Spacer, the next available check for Osse, be that X-ray.
Yep. And he's got a safer X-ray play, and he's got a backup for it. Osse did fail it in game 1, nailed it in game 2. But he's got both the spring ball and the bombs backup. So if he has issues, he does have a backup for it.
Zeb thinking about it, but saying no.
I think Osse wants to check the tube first.
Yeah.
And Zeb wants to check this other transition. I think eventually Zeb goes back into Meridia there.
Yeah, Zeb did know this transition, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
he took it to get there.
Osse's not gonna check early X-ray at this point. She wants to do more Bubble Mountain, I think. He's got plenty of tanks to get there.
Yep.
And Zeb looks like he's gonna check these items in Green Hills. Unless he's going for this transition. I don't remember where this goes.
think Zeb came from there.
Yeah, originally I believe so.
So yeah, now this might actually be good for Zeb. Having that gravity advantage in
Yeah, and he'll get
position to
charge
game
beam
one.
here.
Yep.
So Osse no longer with the charge advantage.
Can't really do lower Nova yet.
No.
So,
Well, 5
nope.
power bombs ain't gonna do it.
No.
He's gonna go for this wall jump again. He has spring ball to get up there. Do a spring ball jump, could do it with bombs. Does get the wall jump. Very nice. I think he's the only one I've actually seen do that wall jump in that location. That wall jump again being the same as the wall jump in worst room of the game.
I mean, if you can do it in a timely manner, it does save you going to the menu twice. And hello,
Yep.
Wave Beam.
No, Wave Beam is like to show up for us in these races. Although in game 1 we didn't get to keep it.
Yeah, but in game 2, wasn't it actually in that same spot?
Sorry, not game 2, game 1. Game 1 we didn't get to keep it because it was that ice beam.
Yeah, I think you said that all correctly. I'm not sure, but in game 2, I'm pretty sure. Or was that ice beam there at that point?
I think it was that. I think that may have been where Wave was. I know we somehow didn't get any E-tanks here. When, you know, that actually might have been useful.
So, for Zeb, do you go back into Dragon now? Since you have gravity?
I mean, he could. I don't think you... No, Dragon was wreck ship, right? So no, you don't...
Yeah, I think
ideally,
so.
you want to... I mean, if you can put it off till you've killed Fantoon, I think that'd be better.
Right, yeah.
That might not actually be possible, but yeah, I would want to try and wait for the Fantoon kill so you can actually check wreck ship. Plasma's nice.
Yep.
We got a really nice beam combination now, for once.
Yep. Osse does not have to worry about ammo this time.
Not at all. I mean, he'd already stopped worrying about ammo once he picked up charge beam, but now he really doesn't have to worry about it. A little surprised Osse didn't... I guess he's already seen the item over... He saw the E-tank that was at wave beam, so... And he can farm right here. Before checking the Croc entrance. Or yeah, he doesn't even need to farm because he can get all the way to the refill pretty... yeah, you need only about like 20, 30 health to get to this refill. It's very easy to get to. Oh, okay, not gonna take it. Osse, what are you doing?
Has reserves and the transition.
Yeah, it doesn't want to take it. Oh, very astute Mama Turtle. Oh my. So Zeb, in a uncomfy go mode, and by uncomfy I mean his beam combination is not great. 150 shots of Mother Brain, and his movement items, well, suck, to put it mildly. But he does not actually need to pick up anything else to beat the game.
I don't think Mama Turtle wanted him to leave that missile tank behind. And he wanted to get him back up, but Zeb said, no, don't want that.
Okay, Osse gonna take a ship save. We'll see where he heads to next. Osse's movement items are no better than Zeb's, though. He has the beam advantage, though. And
Okay.
maybe a tiny bit. Well, I don't know if he has. I mean, I feel like he's going to get to the knowledge of Dragon at Rex Ship before Zeb gets the knowledge of Ridley at Kraid at the Blueburn Star transition. But that might not matter. Osse finds the Rex Ship transition, doesn't want to deal with it. He's going to check this other transition.
Meanwhile, Zeb had found the way back to Bubble Mountain.
Oh, nice CWJ there. Okay, let's see if Osse... back to Red Tower, not going to go do X-Ray. I think he wants to do the Rex Ship first, which is unfortunate because if he did it the other way around, if he were to do X-Ray, get his gravity suit, and then go check this out, he'd be able to kill the boss very easily. And get out.
Yep.
He can still kill the boss very easily because he's got almost full beam combo plus that... Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what we thought he was doing. Just need to get these items backwards. I think Zeb got him basically backwards, too.
And was he not taking the save?
Yeah, I want to say he has a ship save. Or wherever his last save is somewhere he wants to be more than just at the beginning of the ship.
And does not look like Osse really liked seeing Dragon here.
I don't know what his plan is here. But he is gonna do this fight?
Check out the major behind it, maybe?
Yeah, I don't like this play at all. I don't know what he's gonna use to get out of here. I mean, it's a fairly quick kill with X-Ray. Maybe he's hoping for Grapple Beam behind here, because that would be the one thing that... Grapple Beam or High Jump Boots. Grapple Beam, obviously, you just do the standard grapple escape, and if it's High Jump Boots, then he can try and do a double Springball Jump. But it is Speed Booster. Which doesn't help him right now at all. So that was his plan, was to do the Scout.
And that will be a very nice find for Zeb.
Yep.
Who was actually just heading straight over there.
Let's see where that save is. It is a ship save. Okay, so I think he's forced back to Red Tower. And I actually think that gravity suit at X-Ray is logically what the game expects. Because, as I said, he's got enough E-tanks to put this in logic without a suit, and the bombs make it so he can get it. But definitely advantage Zeb here.
Yeah.
Had Osse, and you talked about it, had Osse gone and done this check when it was first available to him, definitely would have said the other way. Although I wouldn't have called it a huge advantage.
It would have been a very different situation from what we are looking at right now.
I do wonder if Osse's gonna just go straight back here and get his, because he knows that Speed Booster is here. He knows that's a pretty big item.
Yeah, I think so. The way wasn't too, or it wasn't too far away, and no, it's the Speed Booster that is there. Yeah,
he's in pretty good position to go right back here and kill Dragon. The bigger question is, when does he get to Mom and Turtle for that Varia suit? When and if. I mean, he stopped picking up ammo, so he's not counting on. He's not thinking in terms of a Varios seed here.
It's the
Right now, that'd be a reason to not pick up ammo. Although, in his situation, you probably only need one crystal flash, so thus one power bomb.
And there is actually one in the spooky missiles, because that's the one Zeb got first. Or as his first BBs.
Yeah, probably our still I think is our logical first power bombs. I think Zeb's gonna check this transition, going all the way through the wreck ship with that save. If this is nothing, he can just reset back to it. Alright, so I see someone asking in chat, why can't we do the rest of the wreck ship? Because Fantoon's not dead. In these, the doors are still linked to their bosses, so when, for instance, when Osse went to Kraid's lair, because Kraid wasn't dead yet, the Kraid E-Tank item not available. But what also does happen, which is nice, I didn't even see that transition, is with Dragon dead, that's I think the best and maybe most extreme example, gives the runners an additional option of how to get through to the Meridian boss. Because you can go through Attack Alley, and because some of the Dragon boss doors will be available that allow you to skip Batsun. Okay, so Zeb now up a Varia suit. Osse up Plasma, and plus Plasma Wave with the better beam combo.
I don't think Zeb is finding Plasma at this point.
No, he's got no reason to check major items. Ice would be what he'd want at this point. He's only got 10 power bombs, which is not terrible. Area a little bit better for a power bomb Metroid situation than normal rando, because in a normal rando seed, you have to go further back to refill your power bombs, whereas in area, the Turian elevator will immediately refill you.
Zeb's still looking for additional power bombs.
Yeah, I think...
Wouldn't mind supers.
I wonder if he even just checked that just in case it was power bombs, and is wondering if his power bombs that he got were the first pack.
Maybe.
But is going to find Ridley at Kraid's lair, and that's going to be good for him. Osse finds Crocomire.
This is not helpful.
Nope. Now the good news is with this beam combination, killing Croc's going to be really, really fast. I could almost see just checking the one item here, although he probably doesn't. Skip the bottom one. This will be a doable Ridley fight for Zeb. Oh, high jump boots is nice. I mean, at least he gets a nice item out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, Zeb's definitely not getting a high jump boots. So rip high jump boots for Zeb.
And Osse is thinking.
Yeah. Is he gonna keep going? I mean, you can't. You can leave now. That's actually really funny. I never thought about that. He could literally just pick up the item and go. Yeah, this was the transition that Zeb's reset out of.
Yeah.
for those that are wondering. And Osse is going to check the second item. With Speed Booster, it doesn't take that long, but it's time he really can't afford.
Yeah, it's not getting him barrier.
Or
yeah,
boss kills.
Yeah, and even with that space jump, don't think that would be that would made up the time that Osse spent here.
Yeah, Ice Beam would be his best find, I think. But it's just an E-Tank. He'll take the refill.
So taking a quick peek at the release item, sees it's just a reserve and say, that's not plasma, I'm not interested. Or, that's not ice or plasma. Ice beam might be worth more, like I said. Although... Charged Blazer really isn't that great of a beam combination.
Nah, Charged Phaser is basically twice as good as just Charge Beam. It'd be 150 shots for a Mother Brain fight, so... So that's the one ace in the hole that Osse has. He just has the better offensive combination right now. And the better movement items, you know, high jump, especially speed. Without high jump is, you know, nobody likes that.
And Osse really is putting those to great use. But still needs to find that Varia.
He needs Varia or another power bomb pack. Like he could do, Osse could do Lower Norfair, knowing that it's not Kraid. He could totally do Lower Norfair with this loadout, but he needs a Crystal Flash. So he would need a power bomb pack.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. He passed
past one. Yeah, he passed one up. So he's almost committed to having to find Charge at this point. It's not Charge, Varia suit. So he needs to get it back to the Main Street area.
And we still need to find G4, do we?
Yeah, I think we do. I'm sure chat will correct me if we've seen it. Yeah, Osse's just taking his beam combination. He's just gonna go kill Ridley right now.
Yeah, makes sense. He knows where it is.
And he can do this fight. It's a 24 shot fight with the beam combination he has, but my guess is he'll probably do the first bit with the beam combination and finish it off with supers. Because he could do 12 shots with the beams and then 15 shots with supers.
Zeb is
checking Waterway. Interesting.
Waterway.
Ice Beam is the best thing he could come out with.
Plasma close second.
I mean, Plasma Beam is a close second, except we know it won't be there. Yeah. He doesn't know that, though. From his perspective, actually, I'd probably want High Jump more than Plasma, but not by much. I mean, like, any of those would be good finds.
And it is on the way to Lower Norfair for him, so...
Yep.
I can see this check, or can see why this check is being made.
And Osse gonna farm some extra health. I don't know if this is faster than going up and taking the refill. But taking the refill would cost him a super, so would then switch Mini Kraid into super mode, and you'd have to hit him one more time anyway. So, probably fairly close.
I'm interested in how much Zeb is going to check down here. There's still some things confined to make his trip.
There's some nice on-path ammo items that would help him out if they're supers. like right here, this is pretty close to free,
Yep.
and any super pack he picks up is gonna save him time on the Mother Brain fight. Like he doesn't need it, but it's more of a time save. So you're gonna for every you pay the 7-second fanfare in exchange for a slightly faster Mother Brain fight.
More supers.
Yep. And Osse gets through the Ridley fight with basically no trouble. Not really a surprise. We saw him do a 3+1 tank fight the other night. So, like, this is nothing. Like, oh, hey, I've got 6 tanks and reserves. No problem.
Yeah, I think I saw that live. Just... He's here for a reason.
Yep. But yeah, I still think it is a shame he didn't pick up that powerbomb packet at the wreck ship, because I really think he could just skip Barry with no problem. But he's still behind Zeb. Like, he's still basically trailing him. And I'm not sure what he needs to do to catch up, because I think they both know all pretty much the same door transitions. And are going to be able to deduce Turian. Alright, Zeb into the Metal Pirates. He decides to use the speed booster strat. And we get to find out what the next boss is.
Oh.
Okay, chat, we're gonna have Fantoon or Kraid here. Nice spring ball use from Zeb.
We have some... It's great.
Osse going right past Various Suit. Oh, that hurts. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe he decided otherwise now that he's fallen down.
Yeah, he's changed his mind. Okay. And Zeb being a nice quick kill. I think Zeb's 3 for 3 on quick kills, and I want to say Osse's missed at least one, if not both.
I don't think Zeb got the pick in the first race.
Oh, maybe it was Zeb that missed it the first time.
I think Zeb missed it in 1, or had no chance to. But it could blend together.
Okay, so now Osse essentially even in terms of items, but I shouldn't say that. Osse ahead in terms of items, but I don't think it's enough to catch him up. But he could prove me wrong. I mean, Osse's that kind of player. The nice speedball out. Let him conserve some of those power bombs without having to do the slow use of regular bombs.
And going to check the front of Lower North area.
Yeah, this could be Turian.
Which actually might be pretty good for Osse if that happens. Having to go back around all the way and then coming back here without the movement items, that really can slow down Zeb.
Yeah, that's a good point. Zeb doing a good job of picking up ammo, so his Mother Brain fight is not going to be that much worse than Osse's.
Yeah, and we can see it here, Osse now entering Lower North from the backside. If Zeb has to go out that way again and come back here for G4, that might actually be all that Osse needs. because he can just move through here so much faster.
Also, Osse. Oh, okay. No, he's looking for power bombs.
Yep.
He's gonna check out this super pack, which he doesn't really need. I'm kind of surprised he picked that up. I was gonna say that Zeb is being slowed down by extra ammo hunting. Not as much as he would in like the seeds we saw before, where charge just wasn't available.
Oh, and that puts Zeb right next to the last boss he needs.
Yeah, and I wonder if the end. Have we seen the other end of this? Because that could just be Turian.
Or did we do this already? Zeb going to check an entrance here?
I don't know why. I mean, I guess he picks up this super. Probably wanted to find a nice movement item or a nice beam item here. Osse will not be checking this. He has absolutely no reason to check this.
Is Zeb that interested in finding Ice Beam?
I think literally any movement item or an extra beam is going to take the because Dragon's already dead, is going to be able to do this through Cack Alley. I don't know which is for Zeb. This is probably faster. Osse's probably going to be faster when he gets here to just go through Botswoon because he's got a microwave beam, so Botswoon just doesn't take very long. Although, I mean, Zeb showed us he could do a 1 round with supers. In which case, maybe this is slower. I don't know. The Cack Alley is such an awkward room.
So maybe saying, even if it's a bit slower, you get an additional major check, and that's worth the time. But yeah.
Nice quick kill from Osse.
The important part here was, oh, there are some power bombs.
Yeah, Osse not even gonna check the crate item. Okay, so that'll I expect Osse to check those, and so everybody's gonna have 15 power bombs entering Turian. And there's Fantoon.
Yeah, but
Now Osse's gonna have a much faster Fantoon fight. He'll be able to again use that microwave.
But that transition from Lower Norfair here to, or from the front entrance of Lower Norfair to East Meridias pretty much was what Zeb needed to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because that movement disadvantage doesn't really nearly factor in as much now. He will keep a pretty sizable lead for now. She needs.
Yeah, you can see how much easier it is for Osse to get through the acid there. And that's a dead Fantoon for Zeb, so just needs to find Turian, and we think it's just the other end of this area. Osse continue to look for power bombs. Yep, Osse on the right path. And Zeb gonna go back through Cack Alley again. Yeah, Osse's just gonna go through Botswoon, which I think makes sense because he's got microwave. It won't take him long to kill Botswoon. And that should be one dead snake. You know, I do wonder when Osse got to where he checked those 2 transitions on the eastern part of Crateria. He chose to follow the wreck ship transition first. Instead of going for into the X-ray check, and lost quite a bit of time there, including killing Dragon, hoping to get something that would get him out.
Yeah.
If he had done the X-ray first, or even not killed Dragon, I wonder where we'd be right now. I definitely lost a lot of time to that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I would say Osse would be in a leading position, but would have not nearly as much items as he has right now. So it's hard to say.
No,
how
that was
much
after. But that was after he had Wave and Plasma. So he would have, if he'd gone and gotten his gravity suit and then gone back to the wreck ship. So it's an interesting question where we would be. Gonna pick up this power bomb pack. Because I feel like that's about the amount of time that's going to take Osse to get into Turian and catch up to where Zeb is right now. And so yeah, if he had, I want to say that this, I don't know that he'd be in the lead, but he'd definitely be in a really good position. We'd have another really close race like we did in game 2. And Zeb already into the baby skip area. He won't be able to do a baby skip though, because again, no high jump.
That's another time save that Osse can have.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be enough because Zeb went out of his way to, I'd say it's an interesting question how much that ammo, how much time that ammo actually saves. And the reason why I say that is because every extra bit of ammo Zeb picked up is again, a 7-second payment to get it back for this fight. So it's entirely possible if Zeb had just skipped all the ammo, we'd be in the same position in terms of a difference. Just he'd already be at the Mother Brain fight. He'd just already be in it. He'd be in that long 150 shot fight. One of the reasons why we keep the fanfares in is we don't want it to be free to pick up all that ammo. Just make sure that you have to weigh the cost of the 7-second fanfare with the gain it's going to give you.
On the other hand, did ammunition does make the time you spend in that fight itself quite a bit less, which means less time and less chances to mess up in there.
Yeah.
So
Zeb's gonna go for a speed Zeb skip. Doesn't really need it because he's got all that ammo. But he wants to save that ammo for the fight. Would rather not. He gets the second try, so not a problem.
Osse is closing in. Done with the first Metroid room. 45 supers. Basically 55 supers with additional missiles. So only has to make up for 5 with beam shots, which should be more than enough time for Zeb here. Okay, missed 1 missile.
And now into the charge shots. A strategy he didn't do that you often see runners do is save 15 supers for the catch-up phase, because that's how many you'd need to finish it off. Zeb chooses not to do that. Looks like he's through, though.
No problem at all.
And yeah, very tense right now. Probably looking at the race room. There's those moments where it's like, okay, how much longer is this cutscene gonna last? When am I gonna see the dot done before I finish it? Because yeah, it's the worst, and I've been there.
As he gets the baby skip, but still needs to refill.
Yeah, it doesn't have enough health.
He damaged him down in preparation in case he gets grabbed, but didn't. But didn't want to risk the fight on only 3 tanks.
Osse making this reasonably close, but just that avoidance of the X-ray check for as long as he did is just gonna get him in the end.
Also missing that speed step skip and just saying, I have the ammo, I don't need it.
Yeah, he's got plenty of ammo. No reason to door transition back out. With only a 24-shot Mother Brain fight, makes a lot of sense. And we'll see how much. You'll see how much faster this fight is for Osse.
Ooh.
I mean, he's fine, but yeah, that's a lot more damage than you typically see in Mother Brain 3.
Yeah, so escape left. This time with speed booster. Osse going for a stand-up ditch here.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't see the done yet, and there's no reason not to for him. And he knows he's made mistakes, so it's the right thing for him to do. And Zeb will take third place with an official race time of 1:08:47 in Game 3. GG's to Zeb, finishing third in what was a very, very stacked race. And right as Zeb is finishing, I looked like Osse for a second was going to get a soft lock there. But it's like he may finish up the seed. He did, however, forfeit the race. And it looks like we do have Zeb joining us.
Yep.
Congratulations, 3rd place for you. Not a very nice finish in a field this stacked.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with 3rd. Yeah, like Osse is an incredible player. I'm really glad to be able to put up a win against him. So.
Yeah, and you took, I mean, don't let the forfeit in game 3 fool you. I mean, he's about to finish the seed. I'm not entirely sure why he actually put in the forfeit, other than maybe to get to the interview faster. And we do have Osse in here with us. GG's Osse. 3 very good seeds. Just really close races in the last 2. Osse had a pretty big lead in game 1, but games 2 and 3 just wasn't quite enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of played out exactly like my Sloters matches.
Yeah.
So
yeah, especially with the second one being so close.
Yeah, probably the worst part is like you have a close second match, and then the third match, I make a big mistake early on, and then feel like I've already lost, and then have to play it out. So I just feel bad for the past hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, in game 3 there. So Osse, one of the things that I gotta ask you about, you kept avoiding X-ray, and in fact went into Dragon. You had the choice of either the Red Tower area that spit you out right above X-ray, or you could go check the wreck ship area. And unfortunately for you, and I think Zeb, you had a similar decision, but you were quite a bit ahead to that area. For Osse, when you went in and you found Dragon and didn't reset immediately, what was the thought process there? I mean, were you just hoping that it would give you an item that would let you get out, or?
Yeah, that's right.
So grapple or high jump, I think, would have done it for you, because I assume you can double string ball jump.
Yep. Like coming into this race, I wanted to skip X-ray because the past 2 it didn't work out and cost a lot of time. And also, I wanted to make a gamble. It could have been wreck ship boss or something.
Yep, could have been. You knew it wasn't Ridley because you'd already seen Ridley.
Yeah.
So you had a 2 in 3 chance that it was a killable boss.
Yeah, what really cost me was when I was falling through Meridia, I didn't have enough missiles for the pink door.
Yep.
And so that sent me on a long ammo hunt for supers and into Ridley, and then I had to backtrack the whole early game again.
Yeah, so the early game in this one was absolutely insane. So, Osse, you got... Okay, so we think the logical power bombs, just so everybody knows, there was a power bomb in the wreck ship, the one you can check, the so-called spooky missiles. And I'm pretty certain that was the logical first one.
Yeah.
Osse got power bombs at pre-wave beam.
So you started doing those hell runs. Yeah.
So he had so at one point he had 10 power bombs, while you, Zeb, found the logical what we think were the logical first supers, and just kept getting super after super after super, but weren't finding those power bombs. So literally, Zeb, you were on the power bomb hunt. Osse was on the super hunt.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Oh, Ice Beam was a screw attack. Oh, I guess that would have been nice. And not worth
Where were the wave and plasma? I see that you had wave, plasma, and high jump. I guess I can see on the restream
Wave and plasma were upper north fair, and then high jump at Croc.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about checking those stuff. I think the Croc I did want to reset out of.
Yep.
I think it made sense there. But
I think you had both suits by then, so...
Yep, I did, and speed, so...
So it's kind of hard to justify, I think, killing Croc if you have charge beam and both suits.
I didn't have area, plus gamble.
Osse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Osse was still looking for area.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just went out the back of wreck ship after gravity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I checked all of the Meridia or West Meridia portals, and I had found all of the Norfair portals at that time too. So I knew that I was really worried. I really didn't want to go into Lower Norfair because the other end could have been G4 and it ended up being G4, so thank God I didn't go in there. I wanted to check everything else to make sure that I found where G4 would be before doing that. I was a little bit worried because I was going down to Meme Route to check that. If Meme Route were Meridia and the end of Meridia were G4, that would have been really bad for me. But it being Kraid was perfect because then I could just like go to Lower Norfair and know that would go to Meridia, which would go to G4.
And Osse had already found that and found Ridley and not had enough to kill him with. The second time he went down there with a lot more. Second time was probably pretty easy for you, Osse, after that 3-1 that you had against Loaders the other night. But still no Variasuit at the time.
Yeah, well, after finding Croc entrance, I knew the layout for all the entrances. And I also knew that Varia was between two places. So I knew I had to do Ridley at that point.
That makes sense. Yeah, and I mean, if you can do a 3+1 Ridley fight, you're not gonna worry about however many, what was it, 6 tanks or so that you had at that point. So.
Yep, only 20 supers.
But you had a good beam combination. You had by then Charge Waves Plasma, so good beam combo for it. But yeah, taking it all back to game 1, Osse, that's when you took the death at X-Ray. Did that just basically put you on a completely different path at that point? Because you did some really tight hell runs.
It kind of did.
Yeah, we were pretty impressed with the way you handled first getting Gravity Suit and dying coming out, and then finding that lucky E-Tank at reserve. Because I don't think you were getting out of there either without an E-Tank.
Yeah, doing the low tank upper Norfair runs, they can work out in these various seeds, because sometimes it just puts the items there. And it wants to get E-Tanks first, but you can skip the E-Tanks.
Yeah, so that was kind of I think the biggest factor in your winning game 1. Game 2, you guys were pretty much doing all the same things until there was a bit of divergence. Osse went and killed, I think it was Dragon and Kraid's lair, and then went to East Criteria and did the East Criteria stuff, and then went back to the West Meridia area to get Lower Norfair and G4. Zeb doing exactly the opposite. And in the end, Zeb just did it a little bit faster. Both of you struggle with the gravity jump up to Turian. That's not an easy gravity jump without high jump boots.
Yeah, movement items were painful at the end of that seed.
Yeah.
They're just not
non-existent.
It's like
Go ahead.
I was thinking for my route I could on Lower Norfair, and that would have let me skip 2 of the bad Meridia checks, but then I'd be doing worst from the game with no way up. So it's just changing out bad movement options.
Yep.
Yeah, I got that Everest gravity jump the first time to find Torian the first try. But then the second time it took me like 3 tries to get it. So
and then you did this kind of goofy gravity plus spring ball.
Yeah,
that was really cool. By the way.
Yeah, I did that in the second seed too, or the third seed too.
Yeah.
It's a good
we'd seen it by then.
Yeah. Makes it easier.
Cool. I hadn't thought of that.
But yeah, and 2 close finishes for the last one. And Osse making up so much time with better beam combination, better movement items in the last one.
Yeah, I was worried about not having a better beam. By the end, I had found 55 supers. I would have probably checked Botwoon E-Tank if I didn't have so many supers. Because every major helps so much, whether it's wave, ice, plasma, high jump, space jump.
Literally
space jump at that time, probably not. But any of those 4 would save so much time. But because I already had like 45, 55, the beams no longer were really worth it to check that for. So I just kind of skipped Babu Knee Tank at that point.
And one other question for you, Osse. When you did the croc play, and you got the high jump boots, did you consider just leaving and not checking the grapple item? Now, it looked like there was a little bit of indecision, possibly, but I'm not sure.
Now, if I was thinking about leaving out of save direct ship, and then just reset all of it.
Okay.
Kind of my mistake there was not looking at the map, the area map, like before the trip. But I wanted something important to be there.
All right. GG's again to both of you. Give you each one last chance to say whatever you want to say to finish this out. I'll let Osse go first since he's the fourth place winner. We'll let the top dog of this matchup go last. Osse?
I guess thanks for putting on this tournament and choosing such an interesting game mode that we all get to learn together pretty much. A whole lot of interesting tricks coming from this, and had a lot of fun. Also, thanks for the races, Zeb.
Yeah. I just want to say quick that I think that a lot of people think that these settings are a lot more random than regular major minor kind of settings, and there is a lot more stuff going on. But I actually think that it kind of cuts down a little bit on variance for, like, in terms of better players being worse players. Like, things can still happen where that'll happen, but I think that these seeds actually, the better player wins more often than in just regular major minor. And I really, really enjoy these seeds. I think there's a lot going on, and I'm really looking forward to watching the winners tonight.
All right. Thanks, guys. And speaking of the winners finals, those are coming up tonight. Sloaters versus Kip at 8:00. The finals that'll be it for this tournament. I have to echo the sentiments. Me and Kip were trying to decide what settings to use. We landed on these pretty quickly, I'd say, to try and do something a little bit different and get away from just the normal major minor split that we've done in the past. So I'm glad both of you enjoyed it. I've heard similar things all throughout the tournament, and it sounds like a lot of people really enjoyed these settings. So yeah, really glad that we chose them, and looking forward to those finals as well. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for us. That'll be, and I also a reminder that those finals will be on this channel. So I'd like to thank everybody. First of all, Zeb and Osse for putting on such a great show. Couldn't ask for a better set of players for these races. Rail and Tank here for joining me on commentary, always a pleasure. And of course, can't leave without shouting out Cheaty Face, our wonderful tracker. Cheaty Face managed to get overshadowed by Jestro, who did most of the tracking this tournament. But Cheaty Face has been doing Super Metroid tracking for us pretty much since the beginning, and big shout outs to him, and really glad to have him on board for this race. And Raylan, I'll let you close us out.
Well, thanks, Tracy. It was great series to watch. Had fun commentating, and yeah, was a great tournament. So everyone can look forward to those finals. Until then, enjoy the rest of your days or evenings, depending on where you are. And yeah, see you next mission.